What the heck, yo? My live shut off. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because I definitely was not through that chat. It's no fun. But I definitely wanted to say see you later to my peeps. And I appreciate my peeps stopping in. And all the chats. Today's chat, yesterday's chat, all this week's chat, any of the chats you've attended to, and you know you are one of my peeps. Shout out to you. Truly. So I genuinely apologize. I don't know what happened to the last live. And I was like, oh, shit. Because I know I was once again behind. But we are approaching Friday here, y'all. I was like, I'll step back in for a little bit. And then I'm going to close the door for the night. And off to Friday we go. I'm like, I need to do some artsy stuff. I get stuck on these lives and I'm not doing all the artsy stuff. I don't know what Harchaz, it gave me like trauma flashbacks from before. Like I've had some troll stuff happen. And I came back to my phone and I was like, wait, what happened? So I think it may have been the freaking aliens, dude. Yeah, only like 2 weeks behind. I felt like 3. Yeah, I wasn't gonna come back on, and then I was like, I felt bad. I was like, I don't know when that cut off. I honestly don't know where it cut off at all. I just came back, and the views have been wrong on live lately. Like, if you shut down the live, it tells you, like, the wrong number of views that are happening. Yeah, it's definitely a metrics game for sure. 100%. It all plays its part. But I like when there's downtime in the chat and I can catch up with my peeps and we can have like not brain rot conversations because the brain rot is surreal. Um, and everyone should be doing healing courses after reading a lot of the stuff in any said chat, not even just mine. So I do appreciate the people choosing to come here even when the brain rot is surreal. It means a lot to me. What should I say? Bro, me too. For real. No, when I came back and I saw my phone was like literally just on the, like as if I closed the live. And I was like, wait, what? When did that close? Because I really had intentions of coming back and reading the live. I left it up to where I left off, and I was like, all right, I'll be back in a little bit. And I was like, oh my gosh. So maybe it was the aliens. They were like, get this girl out of here. She's telling our secrets. She's saying what we look like, who we are, where we live. You see my fish? She's like, yeah, I'm an alien. I think they're on to us. I really need to spend some time writing in my little journal, my little YouTube journal that I created recently, of a good poll and questions. 24 hours. Yeah, that live really did, I think, go fast. I just thought like I was s- slow and behind, like feeling like a snail with brain rot. I was like, what is happening? There were some cool messages in there though. I appreciate the ones that weren't brain rot like y'all's, and then there were a couple of other people that aren't mods that were saying decent stuff too. I don't know what happened. I wonder why it just closed out. I literally came back to my phone and it was turned off, and I was like, what? It was still on the display screen of like how many views I got, which was wrong too because when I closed it out, it said it was already at 600 views or something. And when it was on the screen, it said like 200 views, and I was like, I think I got more than 200 views last live. I was like, and it's been wrong lately, the live amount. It doesn't correct until the next day, I think. Oh, good lord. Yeah, that's a hard no and a hard keep scrolling. I don't have the stand in here, Harches, so that's what it is. Your tank is bigger than it looks. Yeah, I just got back on. I lost my UFO Wi-Fi connection. Well, no, that's not true though. Even if it does glitch out, if you're living, like sometimes if I'm in the backyard, like that's why I don't live backyard like with the dogs. Not only because I want to like be in the moment with the dogs, but the backyard cuts off a lot, and sometimes it'll like freeze the stream, and then it'll ask me if I want to retry and reset it or to end the stream. So even if it was a connection thing, it would have given me that option unless there's a timeout. Like there's a certain amount of time that you have to press that. So I thought about that too. No, they can't be nice. She probably would eat him. And she's smaller than him, but she probably would eat him. She wears the pants. Yeah, it would switch the data anyways, but I don't know. Sometimes it does that. Like if it's connecting between the Wi-Fi and the data, but it would still connect to data. But I've just noticed that from living, sometimes they'll ask me if I want to reconnect. And then at random points when I'm living, it does reconnect. It tells me it reconnects. So sometimes it will cut off and I'm like, am I picking up where I left off or no, they're lovers, but they're both very aggressive fish. And sometimes, very rarely, they'll fight like through the barrier. So I would hate to make them feel like they couldn't get away from one another. Or sometimes with these type of fish, like Once they start getting into a fight, it just ends in like a bad way. So no. The proof of what? Them fighting? She's like the sweetest. She loves me so much. Like, she would never attack me. But she's crazy. You put the sponge in there to clean the tank, she'll try to tear it up. There was one time he wasn't doing so well over there. It was like right when we were having like freezing weather, and I had to amp up the heaters in the tank. And he was freaking me out. I don't even want to talk about it, but she was like literally right by his side, like the sweetest thing ever. They love each other so much, but it's for safety precautions for sure. Like one of my fish, he was like he's so aggressive, but he's really chill. Like at first he was really chill with like having other fish in his tank. Now he's absolutely not, and he tried to wipe out so many fish. I put fish in his tank before, and it was sad. And then I had another fish that wouldn't eat fish in his tank, but he would torture them. It was even worse. So I keep most of my fish separated. There's some that do well together, but like actually out and about together, but most of them have their own tank or separation. That's crazy. Jesse was talking about them stocking a pond at one of his properties or something. Take a fish to court. She's like, that baby don't look like me. They've laid eggs plenty of times though. Yeah, you're crazy. You're cute and crazy. Look, the barrier is already a little sideways. Sometimes they're funny and they put little rocks right here. Like if they've taken all the little dividers that hold him up and they take him down. She's like, look, there's a rock right there too, stuck in between the egg crate. I love him so much. Look at his belly. He got like an 8-pack goals, you know? She's like, don't take the camera off me. I'm the one that gets all the views. Little princess over here. I actually seen her at a pet store that I was going to for like months on end, and I thought about her every time I left, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get her. Yeah, fish grab each other's lips and shit. The one on the other side, though, the boy, the bigger one, yeah, I seen him get into a fight with a clown knife that I had. I thought they were friends, and little did I fucking know, no, they weren't. So I know he's crazy as hell. And the clown knife was like two of him. Yeah, sometimes with the fish I'm here, and sometimes I'm not. Like, y'all hear me, I'm in and out doing stuff. It could be like downtime ish, because I'm still always doing stuff, but oh, don't call her an alien. Don't call them an alien. They're cuties. They got noggins. They used to not have noggins. That's how I could tell they were malnourished too. Look at her. She's like, this is my camera time. I got tons of fish, Harches. I got, I've closed some tanks down, so I think I'm at 18. I just don't always show off the other tanks because some of them are really skittish and aren't really like into the camera. And then some are smaller tanks, some are bigger tanks. My biggest tank is, I think it's 150, 60. I think this one's like 100 gallons. I feel like my little princess over here, she loves always, like she's like used to the camera. I love her so much. I've said so many times I would totally swim with her. I feel like she would be down for a swim. Oh my gosh, yeah. Not lionfish. I know you're talking about the low light. Those are aliens, though. Maybe our fish are aliens. Maybe they turn into to fish to aliens. Maybe they're like goosebumps too, and they like morph into different things. Yeah, they are maintenance. I can't say they're not, but I had 23 fish tanks and I have a good system going, so I it's not so bad. But would I suggest that to most people? Absolutely not. Definitely not because fish need you. They literally rely on you entirely. And people are like, fish is a fish, and I'm like, yeah, but they need a lot of things that I feel like they don't get care for. And fish aren't just a fish. Like they literally look at her, she's showing off. She's like, you feed me. She's so smart. Literally. She's like my little dolphin. Oh yeah. One time I had a fish get caught in those decors, like the fishing tank decors. He was a big boy and he got caught and I tried to get him out and it was no good. So that's one reason why I'm not a big fan of decor. And they get stuck in those things. I had one fish that would literally like follow me. I have a few fish that will follow me around for sure, but I had one that just like I'd put my finger up to the tank and she would just like literally like it was like I was one with her. It was nuts. That was like one of my first few fish. I cried so much when she crossed over. It was so sad. I've cried for like all my fish, but I do appreciate all that I still have in the years that I've spent with a lot of them. I feel blessed. But fish is gonna have a lot of things go on, a lot of different diseases, sicknesses, like crazy stuff, and sometimes you just bring it straight home from the pet store and you don't even know. And people just like, what, go get another fish and stuff. Meanwhile, it's probably a tank thing. It's sad. Yeah, and the chickens. Mass majority of my animals, I would like to say, were saved. I definitely made a choice, of course, but I feel like they picked me in different ways as well. Well, that's a nice Harchaz. Yeah. There's like a couple people I've met like online for different things too, and some of them go through some like harder times and stuff, and like I like to actively reach out to them because I know that they don't have like people that really have their back or reaching out to make sure they're okay. I like to do random acts of kindness because the world doesn't have enough of that, and it's not hard for us to do, and it could be the least thing. Humans are actually not that hard to please. Some, obviously. Yeah, to be fair, I would look pretty annoyed working at Costco's too. Really, anything hamster wheel job, you're not getting paid enough to deal with people's bullshit, and people feel so entitled, like super entitled. Doesn't matter where you work, but especially with anything with like has food too. I feel like people are going there like hangry or on a mission or hungry too and on a mission. Hard Out was another one that I read. Hold on, let me look it up. Let me look up some more. Pack Assad. Well, stop packing Assad. You guys use Barbie too. I think that one's like, oh my gosh, get the Barbies off the barbecue. Get the save the Barbies. Beached as interesting. I say no worries all the time. Ta, okay. Good as gold. I like that one. Kappa, you use Kappa too. Oh, I saw this one earlier too. Chaka. Oh, I love this one. I never thought that you guys would say it too, but it is funny. It expresses frustration. Bugger. You little bugger. Oh shit, I didn't realize I was screaming into the phone like that. I'm sorry, y'all. Pretty much, Arches. Yep. Oh, I thought this one was interesting too. Choice. There was one taking the piss. Bugger all? Okay, that's different though. Are you like a dog right now, Mella? Like, arf, arf? What are you saying? My words? Or you're like, what are you talking about? Munted? Sweet as. Oh, I like that one too. I heard that one earlier. Sweet as, because then you don't have to say what. You can just say sweet as. It also sounds like something else, but yeah, Nah is one of my favorites. Take a hike is funny. And She Be Right is my number one. Months of damage beyond repair, is that right? Yeah, I'm touching up on my slang. I'm gonna start saying slang when the trolls come in. I'm not Googling it. This is just coming to brain. It may take me some time to remember a lot of these, but oh, that one I'm never saying. I think you call flip flops jandals. Far out, dude. Gnarly dude. I saw that one. VW camper, that's cool. I'll have to check it out. What are you gonna do with it if you're not gonna use it or ever drive it? You just park it. You get it? Park it. Park. She'll be right. No, me on a paddleboard is just asking for troubles. I could probably I could see myself getting better at it. And it definitely is a workout. Actually, I wouldn't know. I would assume that it's a workout. I've only been canoeing, but even canoeing, I want my own canoe. I ain't canoeing with nobody ever again. A paddleboard, I don't wanna fall in and lose my stuff. So I just don't see myself really ever like paddleboarding. I wouldn't say ever. But when I'm around water like that, I'm probably almost always fishing. And even in a canoe, I don't want to lose my stuff fishing if something comes up. Because the aliens are in the water, y'all. Go check out paddleboarding. I know what paddleboarding is. I just have never paddleboarded. You're pre-preparing. You're pre-warning, should I say? Oh shit. Mama's ready to go. It's a gnarly dude. Oh my god. I'm like reading this. Hold on, y'all. BRB. That sounds crazy. Did you ever smoke again after that? Paddleboard's like a trigger word for you, but not. Sorry, y'all. I'm setting on my food, my grub, my to-go grub. Wait, what? Yeah, this is more of a downtime. I kind of am picking up a recipe, a remedy. It hasn't always been like this, but I am starting to pick up the more of the downtime. It's like if you know, you know, um, when to attend and actually not have a bunch of brain rot. Yeah, I'm about to turn into a pumpkin. I'm eating quinoa, chicken, and veggies. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. It's all about like what you use on top, and I like to switch up some sauces. It makes it more exciting, you know? But tomorrow I think I'm doing French bread. I don't know yet. Well, that's what I'm eating tonight. And I'm probably gonna eat a cookie and my Oreo truffles that I made. What are you gonna do with your day, Mella? You have the whole Friday ahead of you. You're cutting the lawn, right? Not to remind you. I should be doing that tomorrow too to remind myself. It may storm tonight. I don't know yet. It may pass. It is Friday for Mella. And for you, I guess. Who? Parchas or me? I'm always keeping up the yard. It's like a never ending thing. It's like my therapy though. So I won't complain too much. Workout therapy. It said Friday Junior. That's what we call Thursdays. Friday Junior. Yeah, well, you'll feel accomplished. You know, I got a free weed whacker and a leaf blower. One of the best things I've ever gotten for free. I love that thing so much. I love both of them. And they're battery operated. Yeah, I definitely have to get out there and cut. Probably tomorrow. I'll probably do that early in the morning. We, especially with the HOA, you know. Even then, I still like to keep the yard looking good. And it makes me feel good. It's come a long way. Like at one point, the yard in the front was crazy. Although every year the grass dies in the front. But this is the time it's growing back like nonstop again. It's not bad yet, but it's almost I have to cut it every week again. That's awesome. Way to be true to your earth sign. My dad had lawn care companies growing up, so I just like naturally like learned a lot of things, even though I did girlier things like plant flowers. But he used to work so hard and make people's yard look so like beautiful. So it lives with me. I am about to go eat dinner, y'all, so I'm just letting you know. No rude closures, goodbyes. I still don't know what happened in the last live, but water under the bridge. I appreciate you guys coming back in this live and caring if I got abducted, abducted or not from aliens. I literally threw a bunch of flower seeds in my flower garden a couple weeks ago, and I'm really hoping it just takes off in all kinds of flowers. It was like magical planting of like just throw it in the air essentially and then throw dirt over it. What kind of flowers did you plant? No, my dog is a Dutch Shepherd. A what plant? A who? A who plant? Oh, it just reconnected me again. That's probably what happened earlier. I can't believe they're throwing it away. I have to check it out. This is your next project.